Students, this is NCERT exercise problem 2.14 from page number 70 of structure of atom, right? So let's read the statement. How much energy is required to ionize a hydrogen atom if the electron occupies n equal to 5 orbit? Compare your answer with the ionization enthalpy of hydrogen atom, energy required to remove the electron from n equal to 1 orbit. Okay, so this question is split into two parts. In first part, they are saying you have to find the ionization energy of hydrogen atom if the electron occupies n equal to 5th orbit, right? So ionization energy means you have to excite this electron from n equal to 1 to n equal to infinity. In first part, I have to excite the electron from 5th orbit to the infinite orbit, right? So for this, we'll find the value of delta E. That means ionization energy, right? And in second question, we have to compare the ionization energy of 5th orbit with the energy of first orbit. That means this electron is excited from the first orbit to the infinite orbit, right? So we'll see our first question first. Okay, so in this question, what we have to do, we have to find the ionization enthalpy. That means delta E. Okay, so how we can find this value? Definitely energy of infinite orbit minus energy of 5th orbit. Now our main question is how we can find the energies, right? So to find the energy, we'll use the formula E subscript n. That means E subscript the value of orbit equal to minus 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 by definitely n square unit joule atom inverse, right? First of all, we'll see the energy of 5th orbit, right? In this case, definitely the value of n will be 5, right? So E subscript 5 equal to minus 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 by n's value, that is 5 square joule atom inverse, right? Solve this. So E subscript 5 equal to minus 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18, 5 square, that will be 25 joule atom inverse. We'll see the energy of infinite orbit. So for this, value of n will be infinity. So E subscript infinity equal to minus 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 joule atom inverse, right? So divided by infinity square. So the square of infinity, definitely it will be infinity. So E infinity equal to minus 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 by infinity. The square of infinity will be infinity. So you can write over here, square of infinity is equal to infinity only. Definitely we'll put the values of E infinity and E5 in this relation, right? Delta E equal to E infinity minus 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 by infinity, right? Joule atom inverse minus, and now I'll consider this E5 minus 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 by 25, right? So now if I am dividing something with infinity, it will be 0, right? So the whole term will be 0. So 0 minus 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 by 25, right? So minus into minus, definitely it will be plus. Delta E equal to 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 by 25 joule atom inverse. Now if you'll see, this 2.18 is less than 25. So what I'll do, I'll simply convert this 2.18 in higher terms so that I can divide this 2.18 easily with 25. Right? So for this, I'll displace this decimal up to 2 digit, right? So if I am displacing decimal from left to right, my power will be negative, right? I am displacing up to 2 digits. So power will be 10 raised to power minus 2 into 10 raised to power minus 18 divided by 25. Units I am having joule atom inverse. So when you will divide 218 with 25, your answer will be 8.72 into these two powers are in multiplication. So you can simply add them, minus 2 minus 18. So delta E, that means ionization energy when I am exciting the electron from fifth orbit to infinite orbit will be 8.72 into 10 raised to power minus 2 minus 18. It will be 10 raised to power minus 20 joule atom inverse, right? So this is the value of first question, right? So now we'll see the ionization energy of the hydrogen atom when electron presents in first orbit, right? So for this you can write for ionization of electron from first orbit. Surely again we have to find the value of delta E. Now it will be E infinity minus E1. That means we have to excite the electron from first orbit to the infinite orbit. First we will find the value of E1. So E1 equal to, for the energy of first orbit, the value of N will be 1, right? So E1 equal to minus 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 by N square. That means 1 square joule atom inverse. When you will take the square of 1, it will be 1. So E subscript 1 equal to minus 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 by 1. So if you are dividing something with 1, I will get the same value. So E subscript 1 equal to minus 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 joule atom inverse, right? Now I'll see the energy of infinite orbit. For energy of infinite orbit, the value of N will be infinity, right? So E subscript infinity equal to minus 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 by N square. That means infinity square joule atom inverse. So square of infinity will be infinity. We have done it before, right? So E infinity equal to minus 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 by infinity. So if you are dividing something with infinity, definitely it will be 0. So E infinity equal to 0, right? So we'll put the value in this relation. I'll consider this ionization energy as delta E dash, right? So again, I'll put the value of E1 and E infinity in this relation, right? So delta E dash equal to E infinity, that is 0, minus definitely E1, that is minus 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 joule atom inverse, right? So minus into minus, it will be plus. So delta E dash equal to 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 joule atom inverse. I have to compare the ionization energy comes in case of fifth orbit and in case of first orbit, right? So for this, I'll divide delta E dash with delta E. Okay, so you can put the values over here. So delta E dash is 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 joule atom inverse divided by delta E. It is 8.72 into 10 raised to power minus 20 joule atom inverse, right? I'll cancel the units first. So I'll cancel joule atom inverse with joule atom inverse, right? Now, first of all, I'll solve the powers. So delta E dash by delta E equal to 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18. Now this 10 raised to power minus 20 is negative in denominator. When I'll take this value in numerator, it will be 10 raised to power 20 divided by 8.72. These two powers are in multiplication, so I can simply add them. Delta E dash by delta E equal to 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 plus 20 divided by 8.72. So minus 18 plus 20, it will be 10 raised to power 2. Delta E dash by delta E equal to 2.18 into 10 raised to power 2 divided by 8.72. Now this 10 raised to power 2 means I am having two zeros with 1, right? That means it is 100. Delta E dash by delta E equal to 2.18 into 100 divided by 8.72. 2.18 into 100, it will be 218. Delta E dash by delta E equal to 218 divided by 8.72. So when you will divide 218 with 8.72, your answer will be 25. Delta E dash equal to 25 times of delta E. That means the ionization energy of first orbit will be 25 times the ionization energy of fifth orbit.